series, and they wear those so, well, they can't hear us saying a few things, which some might see a blessing. But it's really for them to lock in. And it's going to be Chiefs and Giants. Setting on their audibles, getting ready to go. I want to say a special thanks to those out there watching on a St. Patty's Day weekend. And we're going to be going all the way up to Sunday. Ton of John Madden football coming your way.
All I know is on Sunday, the catering better have the corned beef and cabbage ready, or there's going to be hell to pay.
And an early handoff to Elliott, who will go for a gain of 0. Working on the game sounds, getting those in there, getting ready to go. I feel like I got the Bose headset on right now.
I'm glad you said that. It was throwing me off for a little bit. I like hearing the crowd noise, the hype, little interaction. Real quick, Scott, let me give you the playbooks for these guys. You got BeastModeMac. He ended up drafting the Vikings coach, which means he has to use the Vikings offensive and defensive playbook. And Chritoben, he went with the Miami Dolphins coach, so he's using both their offensive and defensive playbooks.
Luck here on 2nd and 10 for Beast Mode, a wide open Hill. And he'll complete it all the way at the 47-yard line. Isn't it BeastModeMac, the guy that doesn't listen to game sounds, doesn't listen to music, just listens to white noise?
Yeah. And
I feel like I'm in his head right now.
I asked him about that, and yes, he's going with the white noise. He has his superstitions. What he does is he eats a banana before every tournament. He refuses to touch the catering. He won't even wet beak on the sandwiches back there, Scott. Only goes with the bananas before games, and then he says he only listens to the white noise. And if you've ever heard white noise, you know how intense and crazy that is, because it's just like a static.
I'm going to sleep if I hear that.
It's a nuts little sound, but you know what? That's what he did when he won his belt, and if that's what you want to go with, more power to him. He won a lot of cash doing that a couple years back.
And I think that's why we're not hearing sounds, as you see our admin starting to step in here, is have the opportunity to turn on those game sounds for us.
He's got. We're always good until Chow gets up on the stage. Once they got to bring Chow up there, you know there's some real deal stuff going on.
I figure Chow's just sitting in a dark closet somewhere, just waiting for the red light to come on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Batman with the phone back in the day. That's like old school Batman, Scott. I might have went way too old school.
I think you went way.
What's that? Adam West.
Way too old.
Oh, gee.
I'm trying to think how. I mean, Batman Begins is probably as far back as you can go. Just a couple. Let's take a look at the Group A schedule as these guys get our game sounds ready to go. Beast Mode Chritoben, that's the one you're watching right now. Over on Mixer, you got Saya taking on Pavin. And then BeastModeMac will actually play Pavin in our next game. That's going to be 2 belt winners going at it in the second matchup. And then we're going to pick the best game when you get down to that Group A. You want to know what games we're going to feature? Well, it'll be the games on top. But when we get down that final game of the groups, you're going to start to whatever's the better game, we're going to roll the dice. That's the one we're going to go with. Whatever has most implications.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. Obviously, we want to see the game with the most implications, just like you said. So props to the production team for making sure that's how we're going to do it.
Well, a little bit later on, Nick and Problem are going to come up here to rock the mic in Group B. They got Boogs, Canes, Jay's the best, Spoto. That Boogs-Spoto matchup should be a good one as well. Then Spoto and Canes, that'll be a good one to finish out Group B. 7 hours of Madden, tons of games coming your way. And it's been a while since we've been in the group phase. I feel like it's at least been a minute.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember the club championship, the last event we had, was pretty much all single elimination. And then the Madden Classic, they had an early group stage, but there were so many people there, and the majority of that tournament was single elimination. So this is our first one where we're getting back to starting just on groups, kind of like the old school Madden 17 feel. And I like it that way. And you know, the players really do like the groups as well, because in this format, you get 3 out of the 4 players who do get out of the groups, and that does take some of the pressure out of the players compared to that single elimination format, Scott, where there is no room for error.
Let's go over to Rico Williams, who's hanging out in the Players Lounge.
We're here in the Players Lounge, and everybody is appreciating Beast Mode's new look. He came here with business casual attire, but means business when it comes to Madden. But it all is about the new haircut. Is it a mohawk? Is it a comb over? What are you going with?
Mohawk. Comb over.
Come over. Mohawk.
Comb over. Comb over. I say mohawk. Mohawk. This is a comb over.
You're guaranteeing it's a comb over, but you guys say mohawk. We are definitely split. From this side, it definitely looks like a mohawk. But if he looks to the other side, it screams comb over. We need to get to the bottom of this. What did he go with?
It's kind of a Two-Face scenario. Speaking of Batman villains, like two hair.
I'll tell you what my big beef is right here.
Done perfectly. His hair looks flawless. Do we not agree? We love his whole style. We just need to figure out comb over, mohawk, or other.
I'll tell you what, Scott, the big beef that I have right here, and I don't even want to call out my guys because I love them. I really do. But we're already breaking the rules. They got Rage and Match the Gamer back there in the Players Lounge after I'm told about this big enforcement. We're not letting anybody back there, and they're already breaking the rules. I don't know what kind of ship Rico is running back there.
I'm not okay with it. I need champions. Champions only.
If we're going to set a standard, keep the standard.
RG, that both of these guys won and made a live event, so they are technically. Oh wait,
no, I was told belt winners only. I was told staff and belt winners only. Or you have to be in the event.
Let's get security in there. We got to get these guys out of here.
They're exploiting the system. It's a glitch.
We've talked about it. Master Gamer has made a live event before. We're ready to put Rage out. You gotta go. You don't got to go home, but you have to step out of the Players Lounge. All right. We've handled that for you, RG. Thank you very much. I will make sure that I keep my eye out and only allow people who have made a live event here. For those of you who do not remember, back in the day, Boogs has made a live event before. Do not think he hasn't. Back to you guys. We're here.
All right. Yeah, I remember. That was, I think Madden was in black and white back then.
Oh,
it was on a CRT. All right.
Gotta lay off my guy Bugs, man.
And I don't think we've been able to resolve the audio issues, so we're gonna have to toughen up here. This is why they sent us out early, RG.
Here's the thing, Scott. The audio is important, but gameplay is what it's all about. And that's what we want to see. We'll take care of the audio from here. We got high-level Madden going on, a lot at stake. Let's get the show rolling. And speaking of rolling, look at Mac! Spin move, hurdle, Ixon! Oh, we're popping early on, Scott. Let's rock.
All right, to the 23-yard line is White. Puts a couple guys in the spin cycle all the way down to the 23-yard line. So we had 1st and 10. Mentioned in our brand new studios here at 209. So first game ever played in the studios. But I can tell you, we were here for rehearsal, man. We were getting the audio.
Yeah.
Everything was set up, but once you get Beast Mode Mac and his white noise craziness,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
It's honestly could be looked at as an advantage to Mac because he's a white noise kind of guy. He doesn't need the game sound. It could be throwing off Chritoben more than it's throwing off Mac if you really think about it. And here's the thing. You got to watch out for Mac's run game. You saw him getting icky on that first run, and it's with good reason. That's not a mistake. He has got some of the most impressive running stats out of anybody that qualified for this event on the ladder.
See here now, I feel like I'm streaming. That's good. Give me a couple beats in the background. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line now. Opening drive here for Beast Mode Mac. Every time I see that KC logo, all I can think about is the barbecue up there.
Oh man, Q39, holla at your boy.
Yeah, they got our guy Eric Berry's out up there. They brought in the Honey Badger. A lot of things going on up there in KC.
They introduced me to burnt ends, and it was a game changer. Look at this formation, Scott. This is why a lot of people like this Minnesota playbook. It gives you this near jumbo formation, and it's really effective on the goal line. It's a great formation to pound that rock out of, And this was a key contributor to why Beast Mode wanted this playbook when I talked to him before the event. And to be honest, Beast Mode was one of the only players in the entire tournament who got the playbook that he was looking for. So you really have to take advantage of it, because a lot of people will tell you that the
playbook's everything.
The coach round in the draft is the most important according to a lot of these players. And Beast Mode had a really good round right there.
Elliott looking for the edge at the 5, all the way down to the 1-yard line. And so he's got 3rd and inches. Still can technically pick up a first down here. We'll see if he goes to that jumbo formation.
Tobin locked in. Yeah, Beast Mode, he's pounding that rock. He's got the number 3 rushing yards per game, number 2 for rush attempts per game, and number 2 for rushing yards per game. So he's got some of the best.
And they'll hand it off to Elliott. I don't think that was enough. That's going to be 4th and inches. And he's going.
I'm sorry, Scott. I want to say it right. Rushing yards per game, Beast Mode number 3. Rushing attempts per game, Beast Mode number 2. Rush yards per attempt, Beast Mode number 3. So he has by far one of the best rushing offenses in this tournament.
I feel like in Madden, every year you get older, your rushing yardage goes up. Passing yardage goes down. And that'll be a touchdown. Our opening touchdown of the challenge is going to go to BeastModeMac, the former belt winner. And he's going to take a 7-0 lead on a perfect PAT.
Turn your headphones around for me.
And now this is going to be a big boy drive right here for Chritoben. Your first time on the big stage, and you let up a touchdown on your first possession, and now you need an answer. I'm looking up at the stage, Scott. They're getting that Beast Mode about the way he was wearing his headphones. Make him adjust those Bose
He's like,
headphones.
I'm working, man. Leave me alone here. I got work to do.
Get away from me.
So a promising opening drive. And now we're going to have Chritoben, the 20-year-old Tampa, Florida, really Lakeland, Florida. It's where Hall of Famer Ray Lewis featured on the 05 cover. And Donnie Moore is also from Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah, our former ratings czar, current stats star, Donnie Moore, grew up in Lakeland, Florida. So when he saw that's where Chritoben was currently living, he was all giddy about it. But when I talked to Chritoben, he said that's where he lives now, that's where he's going to school. What he really reps is his hometown of Tampa, Florida.
He was born in New York, and he's setting his audibles right now, finding himself down 7. So a great opening drive there by BeastModeMac. That's why he's representing those Giants. Grew up in New York City.
Yep. And right now, he's in school. He's a full-time student at Florida Polytechnic University. And he's studying science and technology management his junior year. So
their football team is undefeated, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think they have one.
Exactly.
But that's tough. I mean, when you're a young up-and-coming player, you're going to school full-time. Some of these guys work 40 hours a week. It's very impressive when you're able to juggle those real-life things and then still make it here to these live events and play with the best of the best. You got to give a lot of props for Chritoben. No matter what happens here at this event, just making it here is a testament to what type of player he is.
All right, 1st and 10, here we go. He set his audibles, and we're ready to rock and roll. Having a little game sounds issue right now, so MC Bubblicious, our fake DJs here, rocking it out, and there's neutral zone infraction, it looked like to me, 1st and 5. A little aggressive pass rush action.
Look at that look on BeastModeMac, Scott. That's a scary look, man. That's the look of someone that's really hungry. That's the type of look Pavin had when he won that club championship. And BeastModeMac has always struck me as one of the hungriest players. This is truly someone who has put so much into this, so much time, a lot of investment, and he really wants the respect that he deserves. And he's just not content with where he is as a Madden player, despite having a very impressive resume.
Quick throw there by Deshaun. That'll break him with 2nd and 2 as Ramsey with a big hit. I can see you're going to see a little variety in the quarterbacks. I think Derek Carr is most you can see on most of the rosters, but when you're talking about MUT draft mode, that's what they're playing right now. You truly never know who you might have as your field general, but able to spin there with Joe Mixon. Pick up the first down, mixing it up to the 38.
Yeah, and that Mixon is a beast. That's just a 97 overall, probably one of the best players on his team. And in football, you need to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. So I like to see that from Chritoben right there, getting the ball to that Mixon. I believe
and that's what we talked about earlier. We were talking about MUT. 97 Joe Mixon. Come on now.
And that's what. But that's what's cool about MUT draft, Scott, is you don't, usually in MUT, you need to own that item in order to play with it.
Sure.
If you want to, get involved with MUT draft, you just go boot up the game, enter the event, and draft your team, and you're going to get to use a whole bunch of different MUT items that you normally wouldn't get to use. And that's one of my favorite things about the draft atmosphere. It really simplifies the process for people.
We'll hand it off to Mixon again. He makes a man miss. He might be on his horse at the 30, 20, 10. See ya. We got a tie ball game.
Joe Mixon, a.k.a. Joe Stickson by Chritoben. And when I'm talking about you go down 7-0 against the defending belt winner, how are you going to respond in your first live event? That's exactly how you want to do it right there. Big play right there from Chritoben.
Tied up here with the extra point. And after a long 3-minute drive by BeastModeMac, Chritoben just needs 3 plays and under a minute for Joe Mixon to take it to the house. And now we are knotted up at 7, and BeastModeMac will get it back.
Look at this run right here, Scott. Give it a mix, and look at all that daylight. Makes a defender miss with that B-button spin.
Martinez ain't catching him.
He's outie. Look at the reaction right there.
I remember, when he won the belt, it was Madden 17, and old Steven Gibbons, old S. Gibbs, kept saying, "Return of the Mac."
You know what's funny is that's what I say to him every time I see I see BeastModeMac at an event for the first time.
It's embedded in our brains. But he is back. Return of BeastModeMac. Haven't seen him in a while. But he's really between him and Pavin, they're the two to beat. They're in Group A. First game of the day. Throwing it to the outside. If you just joined us, we got another game going on the B side. You can find that game on Mixer. Scott Cole and RG along with you here. Have a little game sound issue. And so we got somebody on the 1s and 2s dropping a beat.
I feel like I need to kick a freestyle. I like that play right there from Max Scott. What he's doing is he's motioning the receiver and showing that he can pass out of it, because a lot of players will motion and run a lot. So now Max showing him a different look. Uh-oh!
Give me that.
Fuller!
What? Come on, man.
Couldn't hang on. Got hit. That's going to bring up a 4th and 4.
This is big.
Okay, a little chance for a 4 and out here.
This is
Boy,
big.
that would be huge.
Tobin trying to set up his defense. You're going to have to keep your eye right here. I believe that's the guy right there that Chritoben's going to be lurking with. He's going to have to make a play with his user defender.
Needs to get to the 35 to continue the drive. And he'll hand it off to Elliott. Diabolical, my friend.
Oh, he's on his horse. Oh!
The ball on 4th and 4.
And that will end the first quarter. 6 carries for 33 yards. Now for BeastModeMac as we head to quarter number 2.
It's a really, really good play call, Scott. A lot of people, he ran the ball on 4th and 4, but if you saw the defensive front, Chritoben was not respected the run at all. He moved his other linebacker outside of the box. Beast Mode recognizes it and take full advantage. Veteran move right there from the Mac. Not a lot of players like to run the ball on 4th and 2 or more, but Beast Mode saw the opportunity, took advantage of it.
Hey, if he puts that Bose headset in Bluetooth mode, I'm sending him some tracks. I know he's got the white noise going on, but I'll send him some tracks if he lets me. If he gives me the aux cord, so to speak. What you been listening to lately, RG?
You know what's been funny is I'm so out of the loop with the music, but when I interview these players now, one of the questions I ask them is, hey, what's the #1 track that needs to be in your playlist? Like it automatic, and then I go and just listen to that tracks to try to stay up to date with what's going on. So I've been bumping a lot of Meek Mill and Future. That's what a lot of these young guys are listening to. That's where I end up getting sent.
No Mobb Deep in the list. These guys
That's
playlist.
old school. I got the Murder Music CD and my disc player in the car. That's how old school I am. I still got the CD changer up in there.
2nd and 8. That's classic.
Went on a CD spending spree one day on Amazon, just late at night, laid in bed, out of line.
2nd and 8 from the 12. BeastModeMac on the move here. We'll check it down. And a good hit there by McDonald on the white. And here comes a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and he loves this gun tray wide flex. This was the formation that he said he really wanted within this Vikings playbook. He feels very comfortable out it, can run with that inside zone, and has a lot of different route combinations that he could go to out of this formation. You can get your deep crosses coming from here. You can get some underneath stuff followed behind it. Really hard to guard. Really stretches the defense on a multiple levels.
3rd and 7.
Good step
Luck.
up.
And Hill won't get there.
It's big right
Mental
here.
pretzel time already.
Beast Mode takes a deep breath. And he's going to take his point, Scott.
Well, he figured he was playing pretty good D until he gave up that long run. Boy, still trying to figure out what he's doing here. Yeah, okay, all right. Straighten up the old green line there.
Yep.
Didn't kick it perfect. But it's up, and it is good. And BeastModeMac takes a 3-point lead now with 2:55 to go in the half.
Chritoben, you're in good shape right here. I mean, you're going to get the ball to start the second half. If you can go down here and take the lead and make sure Beast Mode doesn't get any more points, you're going to be in prime position to win this game. This is going to be a huge drive for the young 20-year-old from Lakeland, Florida.
First live event for him. Beast Mode trying to make it back after winning the belt 2 years ago.
And the only live event experience that Chritoben has, Scott, is he made the Final Four of the Texans club before losing to some serious by 3 points this year in Vegas. But we don't really count that as a live event until you've actually won your club and
what club
made
is
the
that?
club championship. The Titans club event.
Oh, Titans, yeah.
Some
You
serious.
said Texans for a moment there.
No, the Titans. He lost to some serious who had a phenomenal showing in the club championship.
Really did.
One of the most epic games you'll ever watch against Joe Rice. One of the best comebacks. If you didn't see that, you got to go find it on YouTube or something and check that out, because that was a phenomenal game.
It's different when you're playing your game with 40 other guys playing their game at the same time. It's different when you're the featured game right here. Deshaun Watson, the former Tiger,
He's
looking
got him.
downfield. He'll drag the toes at the 34. Old Deshaun Watson. So that'll move him into plus territory now. Coming up on the 2-minute warning, 2:14 here to go. I want to say a special welcome to those out there watching. Wherever you might be, thanks for making a little Madden football part of your day.
And this bunch tight end is nice because it's similar, as we're going to hit the 2-minute warning, where you could run those deep crossing routes with that PA cross play, similar to what Beast Mode's doing out of that tray wide flex. And it's easy to audible from this to bunch. This is actually a really nice scheme Chritoben has going on out of this Dolphins playbook. The gun bunch tight end and the gun bunch formations, very, very effective, very popular in Madden.
Deshaun.
Ooh, good pocket. He's in trouble.
And he'll fall forward to the 32. 2nd and 8. Lucky to get out of the pocket there.
Yeah, and
that's what you get with Deshaun, though. You get a little quickness back there.
Yep, absolutely, Scott. Getting that mobile quarterback is so important. And when you do get your quarterback round, because you do get a quarterback round in the draft where you're guaranteed to select the quarterback, big play. You are, one of your options is always guaranteed to be a pocket passer, a somewhat mobile quarterback, and then a random of one of the two. So you always do get a chance to get a somewhat mobile quarterback in that round. Most of these guys will always take that mobile quarterback unless a really good pocket passer comes up.
All right, here comes a big 4th down. 4th and 4 from the 28.
Take his points.
And you got to try to tie it up here with a 45-yard field goal with 1:44. It's going to lead a lot of time for BeastModeMac.
Oh, he might have. This is going to be close.
This is going to be interesting. The wind's going that way, too. The wind will push it. Off the mark, and the wind did the rest.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. Live event jitters. And you know what, Scott? I will tell you, too, kicking in MUT Draft isn't easy. You don't get the worst kicker, but you don't have the best kickers on your team because you don't draft one. You just provided a kicker. And it's a little bit harder kicking field goals in this mode if you're used to playing, weekend league or the MUTs Unlimited. And we saw that right there from Chritoben. Now Beast Mode with a chance to take all the momentum.
Yeah, it could be a 2-score game here at the end of the half. And Westbrook makes one man miss, another miss. Still on his feet.
92 hit power.
Just short of the 50-yard line. And now Chritoben, you can start to hear him. He's talking to himself, and that's not a good place to be.
Yeah, definitely not. He's saying he had 92 hit power that he was trying to come down and hit stick with, but no dice right there. If you're Chritoben, now's not the time to get in your head, though. You need to focus on making a defensive play, or at least holding Beast Mode to 3.
Luck and Fuller can't haul it in there on the back end. That's going to break up 2nd and 10. With 1:09 to go here in the first half.
When you're in this formation, Scott, this Fuller right there, that's the receiver that you're going to have to watch a lot of the time because he's going to either be on a deep corner route or a deep crossing route, and that's going to clear out the defense and let some of these underneath guys on the outside get in underneath. So this Fuller right here, he's going to be the one you got to watch out for.
Westbrook spin his way to the 45. Clock on the move as BeastModeMac gets out of timeouts. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. And if you're Beast Mode, you might want to use the majority of this play clock. Want to leave any time for Chritoben.
It's an awkward play right here for Beast Mode if he doesn't get this first down. And remember, keep in mind, he has no timeouts left with the clock ticking.
Want to welcome our folks that are watching on the B side. A little game audio coming your way here.
Oh my, let's go.
And are watching Sia and Pavin. We got a 30 seconds to go here before the half. That's the cool thing. We got 2 games going on at once, but we're going to have joint halftimes, pregame shows, postgame shows. So really a joint experience, but you don't miss any of the other game. Look at downfield, and he'll just throw it away. I want to know what ninja went in there and fixed this game audio, but I can tell you what, I'm going to hear that song when I close my eyes at night.
It's driving me a little nuts. Whoever got that done, though, you the real MVP, because I'll tell you, this game sound already boosted my morale.
15 seconds to go, no timeouts. Here on 2nd and 10. We'll hand it off to Elliott. He got the first down, and now you got to think about kicking the 3.
He's got to hurry up and get to the play call screen, Scott, and kick this field goal. He's going to be cutting it close. The clock's ticking. Here it goes.
You got to be careful you don't get it blocked here, because you can't hold it, but he will convert. So picks up an extra 3 there, but still a 1-score game here at the half between BeastModeMac and Chritoben. Look at that. Look at this BeastModeMac looking like the manager of an old Blockbuster.
He looks so happy right there, too. I've never seen Beast Mode look so happy in a picture. Let's go.
13-7. Here at the half at the Madden Challenge, our brand new studios. Studio 209 is what we call it, here at the EA Broadcast Center. And we got a 6-point ball game, really a back and forth. This Beast Mode drove all the way down the field in that opening drive, but Chritoben able to answer quickly. Then a back and forth there in that second quarter, just a 6-point game.
I think Beast Mode showed the difference in experience right there. You have Chritoben, who missed the field goal, a little bit of jitters, not something you want to do when you're playing on the high level. On the other hand, you got Beast Mode, who's veteran enough, and if you're at home, you should know this if you want to play at a high level. When the clock's ticking down in Madden, it's not better to hurry up. He did the veteran move, went straight to the play call screen, which is faster. I know it's not completely realistic, but it is what it is, and got to the field goal position and got the field goal off in time. Very veteran move right there.
Well, we could tell you about it, or we could show you. Here's the first half highlights as Fuller got it started early for Beast Mode, and then he really had to pound it in to be able to pick up this first touchdown. Remember, that was 4th and inches when he snuck it with luck.
Yeah, look, just a little disgust from Chritoben, but Chritoben gets Ixon with Mixon, and that's a huge spin right there. He wouldn't be caught, Scott, and that was a great way for Chritoben to respond. He was showing Beast Mode it's not going to be as easy as you thought it was.
And then we talked about the kick, and then a little win. It had a wind pointing in that direction, just enough to push it after the missed kick. And that's how he finds himself down by 6 after BeastModeMac there at the end of the half punches it through.
Yeah, and more importantly, like I said, than that kick that Beast Mode made, it was everything that happened before that. It's poised to get tackled, get to the play call screen, quickly get the special team select field goal, and kick it immediately. That was the difference in him getting 3 or not getting 3. A true veteran move right there from the Mac.
Well, we've been watching this game right here, but I know Rico Williams over in the Players Lounge has been watching our other game.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm here. We had a great action-packed first half. Saya jumped out to a 21-7 lead over Pavin. Let's take a look at some of the key plays that got him there. All right, and he established the run real quick. He got to the outside, whoop, hit it with that little spin move, and Saya showed everybody he was here to stay. A man of few words, but many plays, and he had it clicking on both sides of the ball, but Pavin looked for that corner route, could not find it. Saya jumped all over that one, and Ty Law looks good in that Patriots uniform. Was able to get that ball back for Saya, but Saya wanted to make sure he got another 7, went up top again, and he could feel the momentum coming his way. But Pavin, the club champion winner, was not going to be outdone. He knew he needed to keep this close. He rolled out, went up top, and tiptoed his way to a touchdown, making it 14-7. Saya would not allow that to be the last score. He's been running every play in the playbook, even broke out the Wildcat, and that allowed him to get in the end zone and take a 21-7 lead. These guys have been going back and forth. The second half's going to be just as bad. We're going to go ahead and go back to you guys. Scott, RG.
All right, Rico, thank you so much. I'm going to head over to Mixer right now. I'm kind of interested in that second game because that's an upset in the making over there right now.
And I'll tell you what, Saya was very, very content on making a name for himself. When I talked to him, he said, gee, I am getting out of this group. He's like, a lot of people are sleeping on me based off what they've seen online. This isn't going to be online Saya. He said, this is live event Saya. I mess around online, he said a little bit, but I'm taking this very serious. And he even mentioned to me that he popped Pavin on the ladders and was feeling confident going into that game. So right now, now, he's backing up that talk. It's going to be interesting to see if he can keep it up against the defending club champion right there.
All right, we'll let you go back and enjoy that game as we're going to be moving back to our featured game right now between BeastModeMac and on the other side, you have a guy by Chritoben. Here in this matchup, as we head to the second half, game sounds on full.
Let's go. I asked him where the Chritoben came from. I was like, it's an interesting name. The story wasn't as elaborate as I thought. He said when he was younger, him and his friends, for whatever reason or not, would just put Tobin at the end of everything that they were writing on their gamer tags or whatever. So he said that has been his gamer tag since like day one on PS3. It's been there forever. So he's just been rocking with it ever since.
Deshaun Watson is going to pick up some huge yardage out to the 42-yard line. 2 carries, 19 yards already for Deshaun.
Yeah, it says it was my first gamer tag from the original Xbox. So, geez, that gamer tag's ancient. For Chritoben.
Richmond.
First and 10.
Come back.
It's a huge opening drive to start the second half. And Sanders has got room.
Come on.
Still on his feet.
Get out of there.
And Vic Beasley tries to knock it away, but he'll carry Vic all the way down to the 26-yard line.
I will say, Scott, they're spinning a lot, and the spin is nasty. But there has been an update in Madden where if you get hit-sticked in that spin, even if your back's towards the defender, you can fumble now. So a lot more risk associated with that move than what we saw earlier in the season. It will be interesting to see if that comes back to bite any of these players later on, because they have gotten in the habit of spinning way too much, in my opinion.
Watson. Nobody open. Trying to buy time. And he'll pick up a few. Actually, will lose one.
Lost a yard.
Making two. What nice job closing that down. As it looked like he was going to pick up a yard or two.
He's doing a good job of attacking the sidelines, because Beast Mode's user defender is around just guarding this area of the field, that whole middle of the field. That's a danger zone. So you really got to make sure you're attacking those sidelines.
And this is going to be intentional grounding. So it's getting pretty bad here. You're in field goal range. Next thing you know, he's pushed you all the way back to the 37-yard line. 3rd and 22. In the gun. Ridley over to the left, little motion. Deshaun steps and throws, and there is Calvin Ridley, the former Alabama Crimson Tide wide receiver, who takes it all the way down to the 22-yard line, makes it 4th and manageable, and he's looking at going for it there.
And this is because of the missed field goal, Scott. Had he hit that other field goal, he would for sure be taking 3 right now to tie this ball game up.
Boy, I'm not sure you chase the points here.
Oh, this is going to be big. Richmond. This is huge for Chritoben. You can get all kinds of momentum, or it all goes to beast mode. This is a momentum play, Scott.
Bunch to the right, 4th and 6. Needs to get just past the 16-yard line. Deshaun, clean pocket. Standing tall, he throws a pick.
Let's go.
And it's Shaquem. And Shaquem will fall down at the 19-yard line.
It's a lurk.
It's a good lurk. I just don't understand Shaquem doing the mannequin challenge right after he gets the interception. Get on your horse. Look at this.
Yeah, it just stops right there. I don't know if he was waiting for maybe someone to come flying by. A little stop and go.
What's going on? How about Shaquem Griffin, huh? He's one of the best players. He's a low OBR player, but he's got 89 speed. They love for him to come up in that draft. One of the most inspirational stories in the NFL. Getting it done on the real gridiron and the virtual gridiron. You gotta love it. Seahawks fans, stand up.
12.
2nd and 8.
12. 1 day. 53.
We'll hand it off to Elliott. And he'll get to the 25. 11 carries for 59 yards for Elliott. Anytime you see Zeke in your draft, that's not a bad one to pick up. 3rd and 3. Especially a guy that likes to run the rock like Beast Mode.
Yeah, he's got James, and his other running back is James White, but he got him out there in the slot because, as we all know, James White, one of the best receiving backs in the league. And that's a 94 overall James White and a 93 overall Ezekiel Elliott, so he has some big-time running backs on this roster. Oh, he's got X.
Luck.
Oh!
Couldn't find him along the barrier there. That's going to bring up big 4th and 3 here.
That wouldn't have been a dot, Scott. That would have been a spot the way he threw him wide, threw him open on there. Westbrook just didn't sell out for the possession catch. This is huge. Get your momentum back here, Chritoben, if you want it.
Needs 3. White with the motion. And right up the seam, and Westbrook at the 47 will move the chains.
Oh, man, the kahunas on BeastModeMac on that play. 4th down, throwing up the seam into traffic. A 50-50 ball. Had a chance to get knocked out, and lucky for him, he holds on to it. Keeps the drive alive. That was huge for the Mac.
Yeah, he brought White actually on a little drag route, and that brought the user over, and then right up the seam. As you see Elliott get loose to the 40.
You have to occupy that user, Scott. It's what Mac did right there. And you know what? These guys are so good on defense that sometimes you're going to have to throw some of those 50-50 balls, and you're going to need them to go your way. Beast Mode got it to go his way right there. He's going to continue to milk that clock, let it wind down. He's in no rush right now because he just gets a few more yards, gets in field goal range. He makes this a 2-possession ball game.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 12.
Comes Beast Mode. You're going to see him back in his gun tray Y flex. And he just loves this PA crossers play out of this playbook. He'll go a lot of time from the levels play to the PA crossers. It's usually a deep cross route to Westbrook or a short dig route from the outside receiver, Fuller.
Trips to the right. Luck, quick throw, and there is Will Fuller, former Notre Dame.
I'm telling you, that deep cross from the slot with the short dig behind it is just such a dangerous route combo for the defense. It floods them all out, gets them to that 2nd level, and then you have the ex-receiver just sneak in right under there. It's just such a big, tough play to defend for the defense. It stretches them so much, and Beast Mode continues to have success with it.
Goes from the goal line to the jumbo near.
He's going to hand this off to White.
And White will pick up the 1st down, and he'll let that go all the way down to the 4th quarter. Put your 4s up here in our opening game of the challenge. I want to remind you guys, if you want to go from rookie to pro in Madden Ultimate Team, watch Madden Daily Drops every morning at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Get exclusive information on upcoming players, promos, and Madden 19, along with in-game rewards for linking your accounts. And plus, you get to see some pretty good-looking dudes. When I'm talking about Farrells, well, I'll just go Farrells. Big shout-out to my guys, Buck Guru, Craylo, the whole rest of the gang. Have been doing a great job there every morning, really filling up my binder, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they do a phenomenal job. Those guys are a pleasure to be around in the office. You know, I work back there at Tiburon. The Goo, Gibbs, Falls, Craylo. Big shout out to you guys. A lot of love. Appreciate everything you do for us, the company, and the community, guys.
We got to get Gibbs more on camera, man. He's always the voice, the off-screen voice.
He's like behind the scenes now. We need to get him up at this desk at some point, man. I need them twin boys back up here at some point. I'm going to keep putting the pressure on them until it happens.
Luck. Out to Hill. And he'll get to the 22-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. This is a ginormous drive here. Any points here are going to be really detrimental to Chritoben here in the 4th.
Yeah, and if you're beast mode, Scott, he's just going to continue to let that clock wind down right up there. He's probably going to snap it with no time left. And like you said, a field goal is good right here. He just can't turn the ball over, can't get himself sacked out of field goal range. He might just run inside zone, honestly.
Go to the air with Luck. And he wheels up.
Open. Oh, it's a fumble!
And he fumbled it, and he turned it over at the 3. I don't believe what I just saw.
I've never seen that animation before. Beast Mode's calling for an admin. He's never seen the animation before.
See, what happened was...
I think it's a fumble. Look at the replay. He throws it. He's open.
The ball didn't hit the ground.
James White takes a few steps. We already know how catches go in the NFL. No one knows what's a catch, what isn't a catch. I guess it's the case in Madden. Look at Chritoben. He's pumped. This is insane.
Hold on. Yeah, I feel like it was a bug. All right, I need Chow.
All right, they're going to get Chow out of the admin booth here with 3:53 to go.
Like there's this thing that happens when like your receiver like doesn't get called.
You see the wheel him up there.
That just happened and like he dropped the ball and got picked afterwards. All right, well, Chow's coming.
Is it a fumble? Is it a pick? Nevertheless, I mean, you can talk to Chow all you want, but possession has changed over here.
That was the worst thing that could have happened for Beast Mode. He's looking to make it a 2-possession ball game. And this is a huge play, and I don't know if they're going to overturn this. This is a tough place to be in if you're the admin.
But it's like after the referee has made the call,
that wasn't that animation.
They call him over.
You get off the ground, and he dropped it, and he picked it afterwards. So he didn't like get off the ground or whatever? Like, we look at a replay, like, oh, you saw the replay? All right.
That's the respect that the players have for Chow right there. He say, hey, I saw it.
I mean,
and let it go. That's a lot of respect right there for Chow.
Chow's a former player. He's been an EA employee for a long time. He's played on the highest level. I mean, this is a guy
He'd be the first one to say, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And this is a guy, he played problem in the finals of a Madden Challenge. A ton of experience, a ton of respect between him and the players. And oh my goodness, if there was anything Chritoben needed, he just got it. And my heart goes out to Beast Mode, Scott. This is a guy that's been battling through adversity event after event. 2 years ago, he lost the Chiefs' final game to be the representative of the Chiefs due to a Hail Mary. He lost the Challenger event in El Paso to a block kick. He lost an online elimination due to a last-second kick return. This is a guy that hasn't been able to catch a break in pivotal moments, and here he is about to go up 2 possessions, and we get a fumble animation I haven't seen all season or all cycle.
One possession game here, one possession game next door over on Mixer in the Players Lounge. Got 2 good games going on right now. Press 1 in the chat if you think that was a turnover. I got to know.
I'm going to go back and read it, too. I love going back to read some of that stuff in the chat, Scott.
Watson, quick throw, just trying to get some breathing room here. That'll push it out to the 9. Look at this again. Frame by frame.
1 foot, 2 feet, hit.
And that ball is loose.
And who's 41? That's Bethea. I believe that's the 97 overall Bethea, who's going to have a lot of hit power, probably Chritoben's best defender. And if there's anyone you want to get in the mix on a play, it's going to be him. Oh.
Well, the ball never hit the ground, right? So it's not an incompletion. And I think he made a football move anyway. You're talking about the 2 steps. I know there's a little more. Don't get me started on what's a catch and what's not a catch. We don't have time for that.
Here's one thing, Scott, and you kind of alluded to it. You got to give a ton of credit to Beast Mode, who just raised the red flag,
Sure.
got the admin over, respected the call, and now he's back, focused, locked in, fighting through the adversity, and that's the way you're supposed to handle it on a professional level. So kudos to BeastModeMac, fighting through that adversity the right way.
Still a one-possession game. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Both players with all 3 timeouts. Deshaun.
Good pocket. Oh, it's not enough.
Oh,
my goodness.
Speaking of awkward, that's going to be intentional grounding for the 2nd time today. 3rd and 19.
And Chritoben is running out of time right here, Scott. There's only 2:15, 3rd and 19. He at least has all 3 timeouts. But he's got to stop stalling on offense here. He's got to put it together. This is a big play for him. He's not going to want to punt this ball. Sends out all 5 receivers. He's going to get... Yep.
You got to punt. And you really had to...
The scary thing is your punt, Beast Mode's still going to be in field goal range, likely with the punt return, but he still can miss the field goal. Yeah, you have to let this rip from the 2-yard line. You got to punt.
What are you doing, chat? 1 for punt, 2 for go.
If anybody types 2, I don't know if I want to do. My money's not on you if you're typing 2. You have to punt, I feel like.
I thought you were going to give me a can't do business with you. I thought that's where you were going.
We could do business, but you won't be my pick.
And that'll go out of bounds. Great punt.
Great
all the way
punt.
back to the 33-yard line. So with 3 timeouts, you are in business. That was a huge punt.
Oh, my goodness. And they do have good punters, better punters than you're used to seeing in much refs. He has Tress Way as his punter. I believe it's an 87 overall, which is pretty good for a punter.
Yeah, he launched that, so now we got 2nd and 9. They'll burn a timeout, 1:51. Clock stopped.
Look at the focus of Mac, the veteran.
You mentioned all the games that he lost that maybe he shouldn't have.
We talked about it, Scott. He's saying, man, a few breaks. And there he goes. Oh, almost got hit. Mount Blount, too, not who you want to run into. But I talked about it with him, Scott. He said that a lot of people don't put respect on my name. I have a lot of credentials, and what they don't realize is it should be even more credentials if just 1 or 2 plays went my way.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
There it is.
Wrong.
You just got to try to shoot the gap here.
If he
Doesn't matter if you give a touchdown here. You got to just shoot the gap.
If he gets this first down right here,
I'm selling out.
he could pretty much kneel the ball, and Chritoben would have about 20 seconds left max.
And it's going to White. And he won't get it. He'll pick up the first down, and BeastModeMac should be able to put this game in the fridge.
Yeah, he's going to nail it out.
Well, the awkward play doesn't come back to hurt him. He kept focused, and looks like he's going to get an opening win, as he will bend the knee.
And that's what you have to do, Scott. That's the blueprint. I know a lot of players don't want to hear it. RG, stop sticking up for the fluke, da-da-da-da-da. You know what? If something doesn't go your way, crying about it is the worst thing you can do, whether it was justified or not. Football is a game where you need to focus, and you need to put all your energy into the next play, and Beast Mode did a phenomenal job of that in this game. You have to give him credit. Very admirable.
So an opening win for the guy that listens to white noise only while he plays. Diabolical.
I'm telling you, the beginning of the game might have been good for him because he's not worried about games. He's got the white noise anyway.
No game sounds, no music. Just like listening to a box fan. And Elliott will go to the 46. Still has a timeout in the back pocket here. I'm trying to do the math, carry the 1.
He's going to have about, 5 seconds? Depending on how long this play takes right here. No, the game's over. Game's over. Tobin with the one timeout.
Do you run the toss here? Try to get to the outside?
No. No. You keep that ball in between the numbers. Oh, no.
See what I'm saying? He's trying to take the time up here.
Run. Yep.
Cue the Benny Hill theme.
Go down. Smart. Good
There's
call.
the ball
Scott
game.
Cole.
Bro,
I've seen a few games. I've watched a few games, RG.
Good call. Good call.
Well, the man in the button up gets it done.
Bro, I missed the field goal and then should have kicked my field goal second time.
Yeah, he